Now, silk that you all heard of, most likely, you know, like the silk clothing, shirts, scarves, ties, linens, silk carpets. The material silk is actually obtained from this little guy here. Do you know what this is? That's a cocoon that's produced by the silkworm. Now, I'll tell you a little story of a silkworm, how it becomes like this. First of all, you see these little eggs right here? They're the size of a pinhead. No, you're okay. They're the size of a pinhead. See that? So now, when they hatch, they're very small. You want to know how small they are? You guys could speak, you know. I mean, come on, feel comfortable. Do you want to know how small they are?
Yes.
Okay, so look at your fingernail and imagine a little black spot like that there. That's how small they are. Then they start eating the mulberry leaves. And they come an adolescent period to produce the cocoon from that little spot where your fingernail is to the size of your finger. Then they produce this guy here. They sleep in there like that, and then they come out as a moth. Then they mate. 24 hours later, they die after laying the eggs. And then they hatch. They eat the mulberry leaves, produce the cocoon, come out as a moth. It's a life cycle. They only last a month. Okay? But now from this guy, this is where we obtain the silk. From this guy, we are able to obtain a very thin fiber that is finer than your hair. So we're able to obtain that one thin fiber like this without breaking it. You see that one thin fiber? We can obtain that without breaking it, about a mile to mile and a half long. Can you imagine that? A mile and a half long. You try to do it like this, you see it breaks. So what we do is we take these cocoons, we put them in warm water, we allow the water to penetrate inside the cocoon, it will inflate a little bit, and then it's easy for us to unravel that silk without breaking it. But before this is done, there's another thing that we would like to do. If you guys listen carefully, you'll know what I mean. Listen. Do you hear it? The silkworms are inside, and unfortunately, we need to steam these guys. If we don't steam them, what happens? They will cut a hole in the cocoon, like here, and when they come out as a moth, that means you're not able to get that long, thin yarn that you're looking for. So what's happening? It's small fibers that you can't catch. You can't spin them together. So now, are you all familiar with that, right? We don't steam all of them. 70% is steamed, 30% is left to regenerate. Now I want you guys to get ready. You can take your cameras. She's going to catch the ends with the help of this Bristol brush, and then she's going to lift it up, and you'll see what I mean. Geç bakalım. Evet, devam et. See what you want to call that. And through the spool, right, and around that spindle now, you want to call it, or spool again, and then she'll start turning it around, and you see what's happening inside the water. Look at this. Do you see what's happening? See how these guys are jumping up and down? Look at that. So they're not dying, they're simply unraveling. So all of those are becoming one guy. Can you do that? Like this, the way that I'm doing it. Watch this now. Keep going. Walk back. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Keep going. Go. Do you see that? See? That's Spider-Man right there. Come closer. But you see what I mean? The silk is unbroken line that keeps on going and going and going and going. That's the whole idea. Come on, dur bakalım.